مامي لسه ما بدأناش. أصلا أنا بس عايزة تشوف ده. تعالي نام. هعليه الصوت على الآخر ماشي؟
تاني أسبوع للفري سيشن. الأسبوع ده احنا معاكم لللور جريدز اللي بدأناها من يوم السبت ولسه مستمرين معاكم لحد الأسبوع الجاي بإذن الله. بنتمنى لكم تحقيق أكبر استفادة ممكنة مع أفضل المدرسين والدكاترة اللي ليهم خبرة كبيرة في نظام الاي جي. بنرحب بيكم في فري سيشن اليوم. النهارده هتكون مادة الكيمستري مع ميس آلاء محمد. احنا في انوفا بروفس بنقدم كورسات لطلبة الاي جي في كل الجريدز وكل المواد، ومعانا باقة من أفضل المدرسين والدكاترة في نظام الاي جي. التواصل معانا لحجز الكورسز ومعرفة المواعيد والأسعار، يا ريت ننضم لجروبات التليجرام والواتساب والفيسبوك، ونتابع الشانل بتاعتنا على اليوتيوب اللي بينزل عليها كل السيشنز اللي احنا بنقدمها. اي استفسارات او اي اسئله يا ريت تتبعت في الشات بوكس وهنخلي الميس تجاوب عليها باذن الله. كل المحاضرات بتاعتنا هتكون متسجله وموجوده في الشانل بتاعتنا على اليوتيوب زي ما قلت لكم، وكل الايفنتس بتاعتنا موجوده عليها كل المعلومات اللي هتقدر تفيدكم. بنتمنى لكم سيشن جميله ان شاء الله، وهنبدا مع ميس آلاء. ميس آلاء ازاي حضرتك؟ ميس آلاء.
ازاي حضرتك عامله ايه؟ ازيك يا نهله عامله ايه؟ تمام؟
الحمد لله يا ميس، ازاي؟
تمام. سامعاني؟ Am I clear؟ انا سامعه
اه يا ميس
صوتي؟
سامعه حضرتك.
تمام اوكي.
كده الصوت
Fine.
تمام.
تمام.
هسيبكم مع ميس آلاء. اتفضلي يا ميس.
Okay. Hello everyone. أنا Miss Alaa. I'm working as a chemistry and a science teacher. Okay, for the ones who are grade 7, okay, because this session for grade 7 and 8, the different a little bit, okay, and grade 6, okay. For grade 8, it's يعني بيكملوا بعض شوية، okay. ميلي بيبقى الستارتنج lessons تبقى شبهها شوية، بس ميلي لازم تاخدوا كل الكريكولم بتاع 7 plus الكريكولم بتاع 8. اوكي. يعني بتاخدوا 2 curriculums اوكي بس فهو already الانفورميشن عندكم بتبقى based already عن grade 7 واللي في grade 7 السنه دي you have to be focused لان الكريكولم بتاعكم اتغير وبقى مختلف شويه عن السنه اللي فاتت عن grade 7 السنه اللي فاتت اوكي وبقى يعني احسن شويه اوكي بقى في حاجات اكتر شويه في حاجات بقت يعني advanced فالكريكولم السنه دي بتاع grade 7 جميل جدا ف you have to concentrate a little bit or focus a little bit this year for grade 7 وبس عامة starting for this lesson today اللي هي normal starting for the chemistry اللي هي particle theory أو just talking about the states of matter first okay بس طبعا for grade 7 احنا مش هناخد states of matter اللي هي solid liquid gas and that's it for grade 8 the same as we took it in grade 7 fine that's it okay how we're gonna teach you first of all we're gonna just show for you the notes okay by a PDF هنعمل discussion first of all I'm gonna ask you what do you know from the previous years or what your knowledge about any topic احنا بنتكلم عنه وهنشغل فيديوز عشان نشوفها عشان نبقى مقتنعين اكتر okay I'll send homeworks assessments and so on okay anything that you will not understand it I will just describe it or just explain it with the different ways so we can get it okay let's start by our session for today our lesson for today اول حاجه اوكي بس كنت عايزه اتكلم عنها التولز اوكي التولز بتاعت الكيمستري او بتاعت اللاب اوكي في كتير قوي مش بيبقى عارفين فعلا ايه التولز اللي بنستخدمها اوكي Is this important for class 9? Oh, you mean grade 9, yeah, Mahmoud? Yes, it is because it's also the basics. Okay, I'm gonna start today for the basics, which is related to grade 7, 8, and 9. 9 a little bit advanced, but it's gonna be okay, yeah. Okay, the tools, okay, we just don't know it properly about the tools. What we use in the lab, okay, and what it uses. متهيألي مش كلكم عارفينها اوكي ممكن تكونوا في معظمكم عارفينها وممكن تكونوا عارفينها شكلا بس مش عارفين ايه الحاجات اللي احنا بنستخدمها فعلا اوكي that's first of all tools بس ممكن نعمل quick look على التولز دي اوكي عشان تبقوا عارفينها قبل ما نبدأ في ال states of matter اوكي do all of you know the measuring cylinder ممكن نعمل discussion عشان بس نبقى عارفين مين اللي عارف مين اللي مش عارف كده measuring cylinder okay you took it before هي narrow وبعدين بيبقى عندها graduated اكتر okay it's better than the beaker عشان نعمل بيها measuring the volume of the water عارفين يعني ايه volume of the water يعني amount of the water okay هنا بتبقى الجراديويشن بتاعتها بتبقى closer to each other more than the beaker فعشان كده هي it's better to measure with it the volume of the water. Okay, next one the beaker. Okay, it's container. We can just mix it's also but graduated but not accurate. Okay, زي مثلا هنا you can see it here. Okay, I got 800 100 250 لكن لو عايزة 150.2 مش هعرف استخدم البيكر. Okay, so the measuring cylinder is the best one, is the best tool to measure with it the volume of the water or the volume of the liquids and it's very accurate. Oh, it's accurate a little bit. Okay, test tubes. You later on can know it. Conical flask طبعا تاني كلكم شفتوها لما كنا بنعمل process of filtration. Okay. Filter funnel, you know it. I think برضه using with the filtration. Glass rod or stirring rod or stir rod. كل دولت هو نفس الاسم. دي used to stir with it نقلب بيها مثلا حطينا salt water. salt مش لازم الملح ممكن copper sulfate ممكن أي name of other salt. We add it with water either it's soluble or not, not soluble. It's better to stir it. Okay. Bunsen. طبعا عارفين البنزين burner او مش عارفينه، اللي هو بيبقى موجود في اللاب، اللي هو if you just go inside the lab or get in the lab، اللي هو بيطلع الفاير عشان خاطر نعمل منه mixing with it sorry to heat solutions or a mixture together. okay. ده البنزين burner. safety googles or I googles. الquestion اللي بيجي في الكيمستري كتير قوي اللي هو what safety precaution you have to do it while doing this investigation or while doing this experiment. أول حاجة بتتكتب safety goggles أو eye goggles أو eye protection. okay. أي حاجة، أهم حاجة to protect our eyes. separating funnel. okay. gonna later on ممكن نعرف الفانكشن بتاعتها. بوريكي tools كده in general now. evaporating dish is just dish we just add with it مثلا for example a salt solution عشان خاطر هنا يفضل السولت والليكويد evaporate or the water evaporate. I'm just talking faster now. حد اللي شايف إن أنا بتكلم بسرعة I have to slow down. You can just write in the chat. أنا بس بعمل لكم بسرعة كده عن ال tools. لغاية كده في حد عنده مشكلة؟ أنا مش بقولهم in details. I'm just letting you just take a quick look on them. حد عنده أي مشكلة؟ You can write in the chat if you don't want to talk. Anyone has any problem till now with these tools? Do I have to slow? Yes, okay. I'm gonna talk slowly. أنا sorry. طيب. Thermometer. The thermometer is used to. The thermometer is used for measuring the temperature. Okay. What else? Sensitive balance. الsensitive balance ده بنشوفه عند اللي هم الناس بتوع الجولد أو السيلفرز إن هو it use a very small masses. okay. طب إحنا بنستخدمه في اللاب ليه؟ عشان إحنا مش بنحط بالكيلوهات مثلا، ما بنعملش investigation مثلا بنقول I'm gonna add 1 kilograms of 1 yes of salt. لا. I just 25 grams and so on, just a few grams. So if I'm using a small masses, I'm using the sensitive balance. Fine. Okay. كل tools دي I'm not explaining it in details. I'm just telling you a quick review on these tools. Stopwatch to measure the time. لما أحب أعمل investigation. Okay. I don't know. I'm not sure that all of you understand the word investigation ولا لا. يعني it's based on UWAS and Cambridge system ولا لا. Investigation means an experiment by the way. لما مثلا بنعمل measurement yes yeah Yusuf.
Hi teacher, I'm not Yusuf. I just entered with the email, but I wanted to ask why we need to measure the time.
Stopwatch. Why ولا how? Why you need to measure the time?
No, why we need to measure the time, yeah.
Okay, just for example, if I have an investigation or an experiment, I'm doing an experiment, and I need to know, for example, what the time that the water takes to evaporate, and I have 3 different beakers, okay? Or just seeing how these chemical reactions take. You got it? If I have more than 1 beaker or more than 1 investigation, it's the same investigation, but I'm just comparing between more than 1 thing. So I need the stopwatch according to this investigation to check the time, to make them all the time the same. I'm gonna just mix it, مثلا, I'm gonna steer it for 1 minute. So I have to record the stopwatch for 1 minute. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Okay, any other questions about the tools? But I'm not just explaining in details again. I'm just telling you a quick review around the tools because from my experiment, my experience, sorry, not all the students just know these tools and they know it by their shape only. They don't know what they use this for. Okay, so okay, these again, the tools: evaporating dish, separating funnel, safety goggles, which I told you it's very important, and all the questions will talk about your safety precaution. You have to write safety goggles or eye protection or eye goggles. The burner, which is the used to heat the mixtures or anything, a source of our heat in the labs. Okay, glass dot for stirring, filter funnel for filtration, conical flask or screw. Okay, it has a narrow neck, test tube, beaker, and the last one is measuring cylinder, with which use it to measure the volume. So for measuring the volume, we use the measuring cylinder, measuring the time stopwatch, and the mass, we use the balance. Okay. Okay, there are other tools, I think it's more in the lab, and if you didn't solve all of them, it's okay. But yeah, it's better to know their names. Okay, not all of them, but it's better. مثلا dropper lighting, you saw it. When you just add a drop of ink, a drop of food color, a drop of liquid on a salt, anything. Okay, that's a dropper. Just to add drops of water, not adding too much amount. Okay, microscope used in biology. Using, I think, and to see under it, it used to just increase the size of this thing. Okay, a very small thing, you can see it a little bit bigger, so you can see it clear. Okay, now that's the lab tools. Okay, now what about the matter? Yeah, all of you, even you are grade 7 or an 8, of course you took the matter, right? Just can you wait for a second? Sorry. Sorry, there was an error with the internet. I'm sorry. Okay, fine. Now just anyone can tell me about the states of matter? Anyone, just tell me anything. Do you know what the state of matter is? Do you know what the word matter? Yes, Malak, just can you tell me? Or anyone just unmute. What is matter? Yes, Joe, Yusuf, I don't know what's your...
Matter is everything have mass and occupies space.
Okay, mass and a volume. Excellent. Mass and a volume. So matter is anything that has a mass and a volume. Okay, so what are the states of matter? There are 4, 5, 3, and everything around us is a matter.
Yes.
Yes, everything around us is matter.
Yes.
Okay, so what about the light? It's not, right? The electricity.
Teacher, I didn't hear you. Can you repeat it
What
again?
about the light? What about the light?
No, it's not a matter.
Yes, it's not. What about the electricity? It's not. Okay, so the matter, anything that has a mass and a volume, the occupied space. يعني المكان اللي بياخده. Okay, ده الvolume. طيب. Okay, there are 3 states of matter. Okay, Malak, you can just tell me يا Malak, what are the 3 states of matter?
Solid, liquid, gas, and I am Malik, not Malik.
Malik, okay, sorry. Malik, solid and liquid and gas. I'm sorry. Okay. Jana?
Yes.
You can tell me any one of the properties about the solid and liquid and gas? About their shape, their volume. Jana,
The solid,
yes.
the solid is stuck together.
Okay, the particles of the solid, you mean, right?
Yeah, the particles of the solid are stuck together.
Yes, are held together strongly.
They're so near.
Okay, they are very close to each other.
And the gas has very far particles.
The
It's far
particles are
from each other.
Yes, excellent, girl. And the liquid, they are just touching each other. صح?
And the liquid, yeah.
Are touching each other. And there are small spaces between the liquid, but the gas has a large spaces. صح؟ في هنا
Yes.
spaces ما بين gas very large, while the liquid there are small spaces, صح?
Yes.
Okay. Vina,
Yes, miss.
can you just tell me another property of the solid, liquid, and gas, other than what your colleague just said it now?
Like I don't understand.
طيب قولي لي الvolume of the solid, shape of the solid.
Okay. الشيب بتاع solid بيبقى the same
Definite
يعني
shape?
it cannot be break. It cannot
Definite
be
shape.
poured.
لا, some of the solids can be poured, like the salt, the sand, the flour, but it has a definite shape.
Yes.
Yes. And what about the liquid?
الgas liquid you can put it in a container.
So it has no definite
pour
shape. It has take the shape of the container, right?
Yes.
And what about the gas?
The gas it can flow.
No, just thinking about the shape now. Just say all the properties. Yani you are talking about the shape. So say it in the solid and liquid and gas. What about the gas?
You cannot see the gas.
No, the shape of the gas. It has a definite shape or not?
No.
No, it takes the shape of the container. The container, it can be either a room or outside, or the empty space in your bottle, the empty space in your bag, the empty space in the drawer, anything, right? It can be any container, fill any space, any empty space, right?
Yes.
Yes, great. Okay. Mohamed, you raise your hand, so we need to say something.
Yes, I can say some properties. Can I say?
Yes, of course you can.
I will talk about the volume. The solid and liquid both has the fixed volume.
Yes.
But the gas doesn't have a fixed volume and it expands to fill the container.
Okay, it's fill the container, right? The volume of the gas is not definite. Can you just explain more about the volume? If I cannot understand what the volume, can you just tell me what the volume is?
Yes, I think the solid has a big fixed volume.
No. What the meaning of the word volume, I mean?
That its volume like I can't explain. Like,
طب هقول لك الواتر بوتل، هل هو بيكتب عليها الفوليوم بتاعها؟ البوتل بتاعت الواتر انت بتشتريها من السوبر ماركت او
volume
من
of
اي
water.
حاجه. يس بيتكتب عليها.
ايوه ساعات ساعات. أيوة.
بس هم على طول بيكتبوه. تمام اوكي right. If you just anyone have a bottle of water right now you're gonna find it the amount of water. اوكي طيب هو بيقول لك بقى ده البوتل بالواتر ولا الاماونت اوف واتر انسايد؟
amount of water inside.
بالظبط كده. هو ده الفوليوم. الاوكيوبايد سبيس المكان اللي هي خدته من البوتل قد ايه. فاين ده الاماونت بتاعها. اوكي
Okay.
you got it.
Yes.
اوكي بس طبعا لما بنشتري حاجه ثانيه سوليد بتبقى الميجرمنت بتاعت الفوليوم ما بتبقاش زي الليكويد. اوكي فبنعمل لها ميجرمنت كده بنعمل ميجرمنت لاول دايركشن لاول direction. Yes, length and width and heights عشان نعرف الفوليوم بتاع اي solid. Fine, great يا محمد. Do you know any other properties other than the volume?
The density of liquid.
طيب الدنسيتي دي تعرف تقول لي يعني ايه؟ مش عايزه رول، انا عايزه اعرف يعني ايه.
مش density.
انا فاهمه انت عارف الرول صح؟ ده اللي
أيوة.
قصدك؟
مم.
طب قولي كده تشرحها ازاي density.
density اللي هي mass over volume. مش عارف الرول بس مش عارف ازاي اشرح يعني.
فاين اوكي طيب مين الدنسيتي بتاعته اكبر؟
السوليد.
اوكي وبعدين؟
بعدين الليكويد بعديها جاز لو.
Yes, thank you so much يا محمد. Excellent. Okay, for the rest of the class, no need to know the rule now. I'm just want you to know what the meaning of density is the amount of the particles in a certain area. طب هنا مثلا we have a solid, liquid and gas. لو أنا قلت الاريا دي مثلا okay مين الأكتر يعني مثلا for example if I draw a box كده هنا وهنا وهنا okay you just can't tell me مين اللي عنده largest amount of particles to the certain area دي solid ولا liquid ولا gas. Mariam, can you answer me? Can you reply?
Yeah.
Which one had the most particles in the certain area?
The solid.
Solid, bravo. So مين اللي عنده highest density? Density يعني amount of particles in a certain area. فمين اللي عنده high معناها amount of particles أكتر في الاريا دي.
The solid.
Solid مين أخف شوية lighter as أو less density.
The
مين؟
liquid.
And then the last one is gonna be
Miss, can you tell me the meaning of density again? 'Cause,
حاضر يا زينة.
internet.
حاضر. And the one who is the last is what? يا مريم.
The gas.
The gas. زينة again the density. The density okay يعني ال amount of the particles in a certain area. Okay دي ال amount of particles. دلوقتي أنا لما شايفة السكوير الريد ده يا زينة.
Yes, miss.
Okay مين فيهم مين السكوير الريد اللي عنده فيه largest amount of the particles؟
السوليد بعديها
بس كده.
الليكويد بعديها الجاز. Okay,
Okay,
فهمت.
ده actually هو ده اللي بيحصل لأن solid particles are very close to each other. Okay, فمين اللي عنده largest density, high density اللي solid. Okay, هو ال definition بتاع ال density اللي المفروض تعرفوه دلوقتي بعيد عن الرول اللي محمد قاله. ال amount of particles in a certain area. الاريا هي اللي هي ال red box دي مين اللي عنده largest amount of the particles solid. يبقى هو ده ال high density. بعدين low بعد كده low density. Okay very low density. تمام اوكي نهلة. نهلة
أي مس مع حضرتك.
سوري لا نهلة ممكن تقولي اي property.
ميس أظن حضرتك اتلخبطتي أو حاجة.
sorry. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so all of you answer. Want to check this? Okay, fine. Let's check all the properties now. Wait. Okay, the shape of the solid has a definite shape. The liquid indefinite. Take the shape of the container. Okay. حد مش فاهم يعني ايه take the shape of the container? Never be shy, even if it's very easy. عادي جدا، كلنا في حاجة بنتلخبط فيها. You can just send it in the chat if you feel a little bit shy. Okay, what about the gas? Indefinite, take the shape of the container. يعني ما عندوش شكل ثابت، بياخد shape بتاع أي container يكون فيه. نفس النظام الليكويد. I put it a cup, take the shape of the cup, put it on the plate, take the shape of the plate. If I pour it on the floor, it will take the shape of the floor. Take the shape of any container. The volume, okay, the solid, the amount of the solid is the same. Definite. Liquid also definite. يعني amount of liquid اللي هي الفوليوم بتاع الليكويد. يعني مثلا if I got the small bottle دي okay اللي هي I bought it from the supermarket وحطيتها تانية في empty bottle, it will be the same ولا هتبقى أكتر ولا هتبقى أقل؟ It will feel the same amount, right ولا؟ Yes, hello, yes ولا لأ؟
Yes.
Yes, okay. If I just get the tools that I use it in the lab as I showed it to you at the beginning, one I use the measuring cylinder, okay, at 50 milliliters, and I pour it in a beaker with 50 milliliters too. هيبقى the same amount ولا هيبقى واحد أكتر واحد أقل؟ It will be the same or not?
No.
Same, right ولا إيه؟ نعم؟ Not? You said not?
No, it will be the same amount.
It will be the same amount. What about the gas? It has an indefinite volume as it's all the time just flowing from one place to another, okay? The arrangement of the particles, you have to know them. The solid has a regular arrangement. وطبعا لما بيجي الكويستشن بتاع الدروينج لازم نرسم من تحت. Okay, as you see, you have to draw from the bottom, okay? Never draw the particles of the solid flying, okay? Or the liquid. They have to be at the bottom. تخيل لو أنا عندي container, okay, وحطيت فيه حاجة solid, هل هي بتبقى طايرة ولا on the base? And or the liquid too, okay? So I have to draw the particles of the solid, okay, from the bottom. And the circles, it have try to do your best to draw it at the same size, okay? And for the solid, it have to be close, very close to each other, and a regular shape. يعني ايه regular shape؟ يعني شكل جميل كده، okay؟ ما عشان بشوف برضو اللي هو يبقى مثلا لاين فوق، لاين تحت، لاين في النص كده، او يعني اي حاجه، okay؟ لازم يكون regular shape، يعني ليه شكل، okay؟ What about the liquid? As you see, okay, هما مش far away. هما there are small spaces between them. They have to touch each other. في الانسرز بيتكتب ان هو لازم at least 2 or 3 touching each other. يعني لازم 2 أو 3 touching each other. لو انتوا عاملين البارتكلز بتاعت الليكويد كلها فيها spaces كده, you will not get the mark. يبقى لازم في حاجات لازم نعرفها في موضوع الدروينج. يبان ان هو سهل. هو question بيبقى فعلا gift. بس بنرسم from the bottom circles. Try to do your best to be the same size. For the solid, just draw it a regular shape. ليها shape square كده مثلا, okay? They are very close to each other. In liquid, at least 3 or 2 touching each other. لازم يكونوا touching each other كده. There are small spaces between them. الجاز بقى. No need to draw it from the bottom, okay? لأنه عادي جدا لما you fill any container with gas, no need to just draw it from the bottom. Had a large spaces between them. An irregular shape, okay? تمام ده اتفهم؟ take care from this thing عشان برضه الاقي ناس تعمل students تعمل mistakes في موضوع drawing وده بيبقى question سهل جدا. Okay, great my okay, you got it my students. تمام.
Yeah, we've got.
Okay. Part طيب. For grade 8 you will understand what the movement of the particles. For grade 7 هي البارتكلز دي بتتحرك. هو يعني ايه particles تتحرك؟ طيب اوكي دلوقتي for the solid and liquid and gas they have the particles and always moving. Okay, you're gonna move faster when they gain energy. Energy زي ايه؟ زي الهيت. That's need the another lesson. I'm gonna just explain it كده quickly. I need a student from grade 7. Just I want to ask you a question. Who is here grade 7?
I'm Suhail, I'm grade 7.
Fine. Great. I need to know what the melting is. It changing from what?
It's changing maybe from the solid to the liquid or from the
Yes.
liquid to the solid.
لا 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 هي from solid to liquid. Okay. يعني that's mean if I have an ice cube which is particles like this, which is cannot see these particles. Okay, by the way, I forgot to tell you grade 7 this. احنا ما بنقدرش نشوف البارتكلز دي خالص. Okay, they use a specific things to see with the particles. حتى الميكروسكوبز العادية ما نقدرش نشوف فيها البارتكلز دي. Okay, طيب أنا melting you said it changing from solid to liquid. That's mean the particles of the solid or the ice cube, it will change to be a water and the particles of the water will be like this, right? Right? That's right.
Right.
Fine. ايه اللي بيحصل بقى؟ احنا قلنا هنا ان particles move. I'm gonna just tell you a quick thing كده about it. ان ده gain energy. لما gain energy they move. Okay, and when they move they change to liquid. I'm gonna explain it in details later on. Okay. Okay, so the particles, what they happen to the particle, they move, they always move. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Great. طيب. There are different movements. يعني solid has a way of movement, liquid has a way of movement, and gas has a way of movement. طب ده according لإيه؟ According للparticles ذات نفسها, how they are close to each other and if there are spaces or not. يعني for example the solid, okay, هما الparticles بتاعتها holding together strongly, لازقة في بعضها جامد. So they can just move other way غير ان هما يبقوا one unit تتحرك مع بعضها. تقدر تتحرك اي حاجة تانية غير انها تبقى one unit مع بعضها؟
No.
solid عشان its particles hold together ماسكين في بعضها very close to each other. So when they move as a one unit. Okay. So what is the movement of the solid? We call it vibrate. يعني solid بيعمل ايه؟ vibrate in a fixed position. بيتحرك في fixed position. احنا بنشوف vibration دي؟ لا. هل حد بيبقى سايب ice cube بره مثلا الفريزر وبيشوفه بيعمل vibration while changing into liquid؟
No.
No. No. So we never see it. Okay. Now what about the liquid? How they move? Okay. They slide over each other. طب ليه slide مش بيتحرك بعيد عن بعض؟ عشان there are small spaces. فيقدر بس يعمل sliding over each other. Okay. What about the gas? The particles are away from each other, so they move freely and randomly in all directions. Fine. Do anyone? Again, the movement of the particles of the solid, irregular shape. The shape of the liquid, the gas, irregular shape. Okay, انتوا شايفين السكرين صح؟
Yeah, we can see it.
Yes.
Yes, you can see.
Yeah, okay, fine. It's irregular shape. So I wrote it here. It's irregular shape. Okay, طيب. يبقى the movement of the solid vibrate in a fixed position as the particles are holding together strongly. The liquid just slide over each other and there are small spaces between them. The gas move randomly and freely, okay, and there are large spaces between them. Okay. حاجة صعبة لغاية هنا؟
No.
اوكي تمام. هي got it ان هي irregular shape ملهاش شكل محدد، هي بس الصالد اللي ليها regular shape عشان particles holding together strongly. اوكي كأنك بترصي الكتب فوق بعضها فليها شكل جميل كده غير لما بترمي كل كتاب في حتة. اوكي طيب ease to flow. You know what the meaning of flowing? طيب if I have amount of sand وعملت لها pouring على الارض، اوكي هي هتحصل لها ايه؟ هتعمل زي mountain صغير كده right؟ if I put amount of water on the floor هتعمل ايه؟ هتعمل mountain صغير ولا هتعمل flowing؟ هتنتشر كده.
Flowing, yeah, it will be in everywhere.
It will flow, right?
It
what
will
about
flow
the
into
solid?
the container of the shape.
Yes, again?
It will be flowing and it will take the container of the shape.
Take
The shape of the container.
Yes, fine, but I'm just talking about the flow now. The flow, yani how it's moved freely. I understand what you're just saying, that you're talking about the shape. I'm just talking about how it is to flow, how it can flow. Okay.
Okay.
And I said, what about the solid? لو عندي sand مثلا أو عندي flour، لو أنا مثلا بفضي الباك بتاعت الفلاور ده في الكونتينر بتاعه بفضيه، هل هو مش بيعمل mountain صغير كده ولا بيعمل flowing؟ بيعمل زي mountain صغير كده صح؟
بيعمل mountain صغير.
لو تلعبوا بالرملة
ما
أو أي حاجة.
بيتحركش لوحده.
Yes صح بتقفوا بعضها كده.
His particle doesn't vibrate.
نعم.
It doesn't flow because his particles doesn't vibrate.
ايه الparticles بتاعتهم vibrate؟
Teacher, your voice is lagging.
I'm lagging.
Yeah, your voice.
طب كده تمام.
Yeah, now it's okay, but sometimes your voice has lagging.
Lagging? Okay. Sorry, it
Yeah,
was
like-
maybe for the internet connection or something like this, but anyway, once it happened like this, just tell me. I should repeat it again. طب, is it clear about the last point I'm talking about, the east to flow?
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. So you can be easy to flow, to spread away, or to just move around كده. Liquid, okay, as I told you the example, and the gas. That's why the water and the gas come to our homes by the pipes, because they can easily to flow. Okay, compressibility. Who can be compressed easily?
Gas.
Yes, gas. كلكم فاهمين يعني ايه compressed؟
Yeah, like
أيوه.
Okay, يعني لو أنا رسم هنا كذا gas particles for example هنا. Okay, how to compress them؟ إن أنا آخد كل الجاس particles دي حتة واحدة كده means I just leave as if I'm removing the spaces between the particles and make them closer to each other. Okay, that's how I can compress them. عشان أخلي الفوليوم أقل I compress them. How? Because they has a large spaces between them. So why the gas can be compressed?
Because its
it has a
particles
large
are
spaces
away.
Can move freely.
لا مش عشان كان move freely، عشان في large spaces. يعني ايه compressed؟ يعني انا مثلا for example عندي two particles كده بحطهم جنب بعض جدا وفي حته صغيره جدا، ده يعني كده compressing، يعني بضغط عليه.
نضغط عليهم.
يعني يس، يعني بشيل السبيس اللي في النص. لو ما كانش في سبيس في النص ما كنتش هعرف اعمل compressing. اوكي got it؟
Yes.
يقدر يقول لي جاز اتعمل لي compressing في ايه، بيستخدموه في ايه؟
Miss, can you repeat the question? صوتك بيروح وبيجي.
طب كده تمام.
أيوة بس sometimes مثلا when you get away from the mic it's lags ويعني الصوت بيبقاش باين.
طيب اوكي. Again what was just tell me uses of the gas compressing. Well, how we can use the compressing of the gas.
In tires. In wheels.
Like
ماشي.
put them inside the balloon.
ماشي. بس أنا عايزة uses
Blowing
بقى.
up stuff like filling it up with
Okay.
air.
The what? The what يا يوسف؟ Sorry for just saying Yusuf, as you didn't just mention your name now.
In the physics drinks, I think.
لا مش ده اللي أنا عايزاه. مش ده، لا ده just adding gases. لا دي حاجة تانية. I'm just telling how يعني we can compress the gas and we can use this compressing. It's useful for what? For example, just tell me. The one who is doing diving, for example, what they took with them?
Gas, air.
Diving, you know, yes, and oxygen, yes, on their backs. Why? To breathe with it. And they take just a small tank, and this tank just has a full of oxygen, right?
Blowing up a balloon.
Okay, blowing up the balloon, great. And also because the balloon is stretchy, so we're gonna add more and more. And also for the hospitals, the tanks for the hospitals. Do you see it before? It has a lot of oxygen. They compress this oxygen in this tank. Do you see it before?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a good way for compressing the gases. It's a useful way. Okay. And I got the idea of the balloon. Yes, we can compress it with this. And because the balloon is made of rubber, it's stretchy. So we're gonna add more and more and more. Okay. Ability to compress because there's not be compressed because there's particles are very close to each other, are close together. هنا عندها large spaces. Density, as we said, high, medium, and low. يعني ايه density for the one who the one who just entered now. يعني a number of particles in a certain area. يعني if I said for here, it has a larger number than for here than for here. So this one is high density, this one a medium, and this one is low. Okay. Till now, it's fine with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Last 2 points, I'm gonna give it to you now. The attraction force. Do you know what is the amount of particles? Yes, amount or number of particles in the certain area is in. Attraction force. The attraction force is between the particles. Can anyone just discuss it? Tell me what the attraction force is. حد عارف ايه هي الاتراكشن فورس؟ في فورس ما بين البارتكلز، حتى الناس اللي ما خدتهاش قبل كده. الفورس اللي بتشد البارتكلز مع بعضها. It's gonna be strong or moderate or weak. طيب.
About the intermolecular forces.
هي attraction force. هي اسمها ايه كاميرا
Can you scroll down? Can you scroll down?
Scroll down? Scroll down you mean صح؟
أيوة.
لا أنا عايزاكم تفكروا قبل ما أعمل scroll down. مش عايزاكم تشوفوا
attraction force اللي هي how particles are close to each other and connected.
هي الفورس اللي between the particles. الفورس اللي ماسكه
أيوة
البارتكلز مع بعضها.
أيوة exactly أيوة اللي هما بيبقوا يعني مثلا for the solid it's like high علشان ال particles
strong ولا
ملزوقين
weak؟
ببعض.
Yeah, the force that flows due to an attraction. Yeah, okay, excellent. Yeah, yes. Okay, for the solid بقى strong or moderate ولا weak؟ يعني انت شايفه ان البارتكل بتاعت السوليد are very close to each other. صح؟
أيوة they're closely packed.
تمام. So the attraction force الفورس بقى اللي خلي البارتكلز مع بعضها دي strong ولا weak؟
And like in the solid it is strong, but in the liquid it's a little bit, and in the gas it's so much low, too much low.
تمام. weak strong or moderate or weak. صح برافو. هو who can was answering and she go away.
I'm Suhaila.
Okay, now you said the Suhaila answer, right? Excellent.
Thank you.
بس في كان welcome dear. كان في حد تاني بيجاوب بس ما كانش عارف الانسر بالظبط مين.
أنا مس لمار.
لمار. اوكي. طيب لمار come on just tell me it again. انتي اتلخبطتي في حاجة ها؟
أيوة مس اللي فهمتها أنا I was answering the same thing بس تلاقيني كنت lagging فأنت كنتش سامعاني. I was saying that the solid has like strong forces attracting each other since like the solids are closely packed.
Okay. So that's why the solids are closely packed, and the liquid, the attraction force is moderate, and the gas has a weak attraction force. That's why the particles are very far from each other. The particles مش ماسكة بعضها جامد عشان خاطر there هنا في a weak attraction force. Okay. What about the intermolecular spaces? The space found between the forces, between the particles, sorry. What about the spaces found between the particles for the solid? If there's a large spaces, very small spaces, neglectable spaces, يعني ولا كأنها موجودة. What about the liquid? If there's a small spaces, large spaces. What about the gas?
The solid having a too much low spaces, and the liquid
Okay.
having some little spaces,
Small
but
spaces.
the gas it's then having spaces.
A large space. Yes, excellent. The solid has a very small space or a neglectable. Okay, مفيش spaces خالص between the solid particles. While the liquid has a small spaces, and the gas has a large spaces. Okay, that's called an intermolecular space. Now I'm gonna scroll down. Okay, تمام. The examples at room temperature. ليه at room temperature ما قلتش examples وخلاص؟ علشان أنا I can change this state from solid to liquid to gas, right? يعني for example the iron I can change it to liquid. Okay. I'm just saying the examples at a room temperature. يعني temperature at room اللي هي around 20 to 30 and this كده. Okay. Room temperature or 25 زي البلاتينيوم الأيرون الجولد. اوكي ده solid. الليكويد الميركوري اللي هو found inside the thermometer اللي هو بيبقى لونه سيلفر. الواتر and oil. الجاز زي النيتروجين oxygen helium. You know the helium اللي هو they just float in the balloon اللي هي بتبقى floating.
Yeah.
and methane. Okay, that's examples. تمام. Next time, I will show you 2 videos about the properties of the states of matter. And the particle theory, they're going to explain it the next time. If you had missed anything or have a problem, anything about the tools, I'm going to explain it again next time and in details.
I don't understand.
Thank you, Miss.
You cannot understand what?
The temperature, the room temperature.
Okay. أنت دلوقتي في room temperature. تمام اوكي، اللي هي الروم تمبريتشر اللي حواليك العاديه. اوكي
Yes.
تمام. في اوقات بيبقى it's very hot اوكي، اللي هي بتبقى exceeding، اللي هي بتبقى مثلا 40 38 and so on. اوكي
Okay.
it's not the normal room temperature. أو I give it an extra heat or high heat. فأنا changing from one state to another. فأنا بتكلم على room temperature عشان تبقى حاجة ثابتة أنت شايفها قدامك. يعني مثلا الحديد أوكي، الأرن أنت شايفه عندك في البيت إيه؟ solid صح؟
Yes.
تمام حلو قوي. هو عشان يتشكل الأشكال دي هو حطه تحت high temperature عشان يبقى الأشكال اللي أنت شايفها في البيت دي صح؟
Yes.
تمام. I'm just talking about the room temperature اللي هي الستيت العادية النورمال ستيت بتاعه. فاهمني قصدي؟ من غير أي extra conditions، من غير heating ولا أي حاجة. فاهمني قصدي إيه؟
Yes.
You got it؟ بس عشان كده بقول لها room temperature اللي هي الحاجة العادية. اوكي؟ ان انا ممكن اغير اي state to another. mainly most of the states can I change it according to pressure or temperature. I can change it to another state.
Yes.
Fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Teacher,
Yes.
when we will have another class?
When we have another, you can check with the WhatsApp group. Actually I didn't organize it yet about the next class because it's gonna be divided, the class for grade 7 and class for grade 8 because there are different curriculums. I didn't settle yet the timetable yet.
Okay,
Fine.
because yeah,
Okay.
because after tomorrow we will start online school.
Yes, okay, doesn't matter. مش هخليه. I will not make it in the morning. I will make it at night after the school day.
Is it going to be for free or for money?
You can check everything with the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Fine. Or you have already the numbers. It's uploaded on the chat if you want to ask anything. Okay. Do anyone miss anything? Want to explain anything before leaving? Do you need to understand anything just about today? Okay. Are you sure you don't need anything? Malik, sorry. Mahmoud, Zaina, Yusuf,
No, miss,
Limar.
thank you.
Yeah. Okay, fine. If you
No,
need
thank you,
any help, welcome, dears. Okay. See you next time, inshallah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you, and have you too. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. We hope you enjoyed our session today. It was a pleasure having you. We'll see you next time, inshallah. Thank you, everyone. Please make sure to join our WhatsApp group so we'll be contacted soon.
That's okay.